Sheriff's office. Johnny, you alright? Are you alright?
Yesterday, I posted a video showing a Monroe County, Florida deputy needlessly escalating a situation with a brain-damaged driver.
You can't drive that slow under the speed limit.
I work here.
Okay, fantastic. Good for you. I need your driver's license.
For what?
Okay. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Unlock the car and get out. Now.
Hey, calm down.
Get out of the car now.
Calm down. I am getting out.
And it seems everybody can agree that that is a bad cop who has no business working in that job. As promised, here is the footage of that same cop's DUI arrest that should have gotten him fired and landed him a criminal conviction and no driver's license. But that's not what happened.
You know where you are? Do you know where you are?
No.
You don't know where you are?
No.
You're in your car at the Shell gas station in Ramrod.
Despite the overwhelming amount of evidence you are about to see, it all went away. Now the court records list all of this you're about to see as confidential. He kept his job, and he went on to harass that poor brain-damaged guy the way you saw yesterday in that video. This is what happened according to the police report narrative submitted by Deputy Connor Curry. On April 29th, 2023, at approximately 0150 hours, I was on routine patrol traveling northbound on US 1 at approximately the 27-mile marker. While driving northbound, I observed a dark color vehicle parked in between two gas pumps at the closed Shell gas station on Ramrod Key. The dark color vehicle appeared to be turned off. Approximately 10 minutes later, at around 0200 hours, while driving southbound on US 1, I observed the same dark color vehicle still turned off and parked between two gas pumps at the closed Shell gas station. Seeing a vehicle turned off and parked between two pumps at the closed Shell gas station was very uncommon, so I got behind the vehicle and exited my marked patrol vehicle. I approached the passenger side of the vehicle and shined my flashlight through the windows. The windows had very dark tint and it was hard to see through them, but I did observe a person sitting in the driver's seat reclined back. The person appeared to be unconscious.
11:15, copy Florida. Papa, Kilo, Alpha, 1 Sierra, PKA, 1S, attached to a silver Toyota. Be at the Shell and Ramrod.
I approached the driver's side of the vehicle and shined my light through the windows. I observed a white male reclined in the driver's seat with the seat belt buckled that appeared to be unconscious. I knocked on the window of the vehicle and announced myself as law enforcement in an effort to get the male's attention.
Sheriff's office.
But he remained unconscious. I opened the driver's side front door and observed a white male that was unconscious and very sweaty.
Sheriff's office.
The male appeared to be breathing very slowly, and I observed a very slight rise in his chest and stomach, indicating that he was breathing. At this point, I was able to identify the male as Jonathon Lane from prior work experiences. I requested for a backup unit.
11:15 to 11:02. Can you come over here?
Sergeant Frick arrived on the scene and also identified the male as Jonathon Lane. I and Sergeant Frick announced ourselves as law enforcement as an attempt to get Lane to wake up, but he did not.
Lane.
I then performed a sternum rub on Lane's chest in an effort to wake him up, but he still remained unconscious. I then placed my hand on Lane's shoulder and shook him in an effort to get him to wake up. Lane did regain consciousness, but only for a brief moment. I requested rescue to come to the scene and check on Lane's well-being.
You breathing?
saw him.
Is it running?
He was breathing, but I wanted to.
Was the door open?
No, I was fucking banging on, hey, wake up, sheriff's office. I couldn't tell who it was. The tents were dark, and I had my flashlight right up to it. And I didn't run the tag until I already came up here.
As we waited for rescue's arrival, Sergeant Frick had Lane step out of the vehicle and attempted to speak with him. Sergeant Frick asked Lane if he knew where he was. He stated no.
Johnny, you alright?
Mm-hmm.
Are you alright? You know where you are? Do you know where you are? You don't know where you are?
No.
You're in your car at the Shell gas station in Ramrod. Something going on?
No.
Did you work today?
Yeah.
Where are you coming from?
I went to a girl's house in Summerlin. I felt sick.
You're sick?
Well, I felt sick when I was there. I didn't sleep much yesterday, so last night I'd thrown up a lot. I don't know if I had food poisoning or what the hell was wrong with me, but I was throwing up.
You on any medication?
No.
Don't go anywhere. Smell any alcohol?
No.
Got a mosquito on your face. Oh, right there. You killed it. Yeah, I have meds checking out.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
want to make sure he's okay.
I don't smell
I was
any
like-
alcohol.
No. So, I don't want to do this alone.
No.
Shitty situation.
Hey, listen. He's the one that created it, not us.
Fucking spot.
Sergeant Frick asked if he was armed. Lane appeared to be confused by the question and felt his waistband to determine if he was armed or not. Lane appeared not to know if he was armed.
Are you able to get out of the car?
Yep.
You feel sick now? We called meds to come check you out. Connor was banging on your windows, like to the point was going to break them, and you still weren't responsive. Had to open your door and give you a sternal rub. Still not responsive. You armed?
No.
Did you think you were? Like, is there a firearm missing?
No.
The way you just felt your waist made me think you were like, oh, maybe, yeah. Okay, stay right here. You alright standing up? He doesn't have his wallet?
No, it says in his pocket, but I was feeling around. I don't feel it. Should be in there.
Check like in the door frame, maybe it fell through.
There's something for the sheriff's officer here, but I can't reach it. You see
Yeah,
that?
that's his sheriff's ID.
Oh, is the sheriff local?
He's a deputy.
Oh, okay. Do you know? I mean, do you know what the story is?
It probably is as it appears. Yep, there is a firearm.
Okay.
There is a gun in the center console.
Block.
No, no. It looks like a Beretta, maybe a 38.
Hopefully it is fine.
If he gets transported by meds, we're gonna have to go down. And if he doesn't, then the Signal 1 investigation.
Rescue arrived on scene and placed Lane in the back of the ambulance. Sergeant Frick advised me that he could smell the odor of an unknown alcoholic beverage emitting from Lane's breath.
You're gonna take him to Fisherman's?
Yeah, so what's going on? Sluggish, not answering questions.
You have an odor of alcohol? Don't answer. I can smell myself. Hey, you got your car keys? You want us to park your car?
Want us to big bar?
They live together or something?
No, but they're good friends.
I'm gonna put the car on the side of the thing here.
So he's got the history of seizures. So. Yeah, I had one in 6 months.
Really?
Just a little slow answering questions.
gonna have to go for Marathon. His stupidity or is not worth my career. For his benefit, I hope it's medical, but I don't know at this point.
Rescue transported Lane to Fisherman's Hospital. While at Fisherman's, Lane was monitored by Deputy Daniels. Deputy Daniels stated that he could smell the odor of an unknown alcoholic beverage emitting from Lane's person. Lane was medically cleared and released from Fisherman's. I then walked outside with Lane and advised him that based on the deputy's observations, I did believe that he was impaired by either alcohol and or narcotics and an actual physical control of his vehicle by sitting in the driver's seat, with his seatbelt on, and with the keys to his push-to-start vehicle in a pocket on his person/in his pants. Lane was also the sole occupant of the vehicle. As I spoke with Lane, I could smell a strong odor of an unknown alcoholic beverage emitting from his breath, even while he was wearing a mask. I also observed that Lane's eyes were also droopy, bloodshot, watery, and glassy. Lane's reactions also appeared very delayed. I asked Lane if he would participate in voluntary, standardized field sobriety exercises. He stated yes. Based on my training, experience, multiple deputies' observations, Lane's performance on the field sobriety tests, and the totality of the circumstances, I believed that Lane was impaired by either an alcoholic beverage and or chemical substance which impaired his normal faculties to safely operate a motor vehicle. Lane was placed into custody and placed into the back of my patrol car. I transported Lane to the Marathon DUI room. Now that Lane is in the DUI room, we switch to another officer's report. This is from Deputy Juan Carlos Marino. He wrote, I arrived at the Marathon Station DUI room to act in the capacity as a breath test operator. Deputy Curry escorted the subject into the room. It should be noted that when Jonathan entered the room, I was able to smell the odor of an alcoholic beverage emitting from his breath and his person.
So obviously I don't know the circumstances of what happened. I'm completely unbiased here. I'm going to go ahead and treat you like I treat everybody else in this situation, alright? And I'm going to treat you as such in the manner that I am willing to cuff you to the front. Okay, I'm not giving you any special privilege because of that. People who are calm in the BTO room with me, I cuff them in the front. If you choose to be cuffed in the back, that's on you, but I'm not giving you any special privilege. Do you understand that? Okay, would you prefer being cuffed in the front in the meantime? You want to stay cuffed in the back. You understand that? It's on your own. Cool.
I asked Jonathan if he would take the breath test, to which he said he would.
Will you take the breath test?
Sure.
Is that a yes or a no?
Yes.
I began the 20-minute observation at this point. Once the 20-minute observation was completed, Jonathan was heard to make a sound with his throat. I asked Jonathan to sit up and move towards me so he could provide the breath sample. Jonathan told me he wanted to do another 20-minute observation period due to him coughing something up along with regurgitating and swallowing it.
Alright, Jonathan. Alright. You know what's expected as far as providing the breath sample? Do you need me to explain anything to you as far as providing the breath sample? Or you got it?
I had the flu and I just coughed up stuff in my throat.
Okay.
I did not witness anything in Jonathan's mouth, nor did I see him regurgitate or swallow whatever he alleged to have had coughed up. I told Jonathan I was going to continue with the test. Jonathan told me he would provide me with a breath sample if he spoke to his lawyer first. I told Jonathan he could speak to a lawyer after the investigation was completed. I asked Jonathan if he would provide the breath samples, and again he told me he would if he spoke to his lawyer first.
Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and proceed with it, okay?
Even though I just regurgitated stuff.
We'll go ahead and do this now, and then I'll go ahead and contact my supervisor about it, okay? So we're going to move forward, alright? Go ahead and sit up. Go towards me. Alright, go towards me.
I'd like to call my lawyer before I do anything else.
Okay, you are well aware that now's not time for you to contact a lawyer. Are you going to provide the breath samples that you stated you would? If not, I'll go ahead and mark the test as a refusal.
I'd like to contact my lawyer, please.
Alright, Jonathan, are you going to provide the breath samples?
I would like to contact my lawyer, please, JC.
Okay. Jonathan, I'm going to ask you one more time. You understand? You know exactly better than anybody knows how this works. If you're not going to provide the samples, it's going to be marked as a refusal. Are you going to provide the samples like you stated you would?
I'd like to contact my lawyer first, and then I'll provide the samples.
Jonathan was read the implied consent and was asked again if he would provide a breath sample. Jonathan again stated he would, but only if he spoke to his lawyer first. I reminded Jonathan the investigation was still ongoing and he would contact his lawyer at a later time. The test was marked as a refusal.
Will you take the test?
I'd like to call my lawyer real quick, and then I'll take the test after.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just read this out to you, okay? If you refuse to take the test I have requested of you, your driving privilege will be suspended for a period of 1 year for first refusal, or 18 months if your driving privilege has been previously suspended for refusing to submit to a lawful test of your breath, urine, or blood. Additionally, if you refuse to take the test I have requested of you, and if your driving privilege has been previously suspended for refusal to submit to a lawful test of your breath, urine, or blood, you will be committing a misdemeanor in addition to any other penalties which can be imposed by law. Refusal to submit to the test I have requested.
I spoke to Deputy Hradecki, which was the acting supervisor at the time, and advised him of Jonathan's allegations of him coughing something up and or regurgitating. Deputy Hradecki advised me to conduct another 20-minute observation. Again, I asked Jonathan if he would take the breath test, to which he said he would. I began the 20-minute observation at this point.
Alright, Jonathan. I'm going to go ahead and give you another 20. Are you going to provide a breath sample?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just coughed and just breathe stuff up in my mouth right before I try to make
Alright, so once we're done with the 20-minute observation, you're going to go ahead and provide the breath samples.
Listen, he's playing the game because he knows the game.
Yeah.
What he's doing, and I'm just throwing it out there. That's why I told JC, give him another 20. He's actually, what he's doing, he's actually strengthening the case against him because he's a cop. He knows the law. He knows that we have to give him another 20-minute thing. It's not going to help him. His BAC is not going to go any lower because you eliminate 0.015 every hour. So he's already eliminated a few hours. What he's trying to do is trying to get below a threshold. But if he'd say he blows in 20 minutes and he blows 0.06, 0.05, they're going to know. Like, he's been out of a car, detained by police, in a hospital for the past 3 hours. He's over. He knows he is. He's playing this game with us now. Like, because now he's playing that, I'm a cop, I know what I have to do. JC said he purposely was doing that right when he saw the 20-minute observation was over. So I said, give him another 20. We're accommodating him. We're going to do what he wants. And at the end of this 20, if he doesnn't give, it's a refusal. We're not going to sit here and play games.
No, I agree with it. No problem with it. I 100% agree with giving him another 20. That's fine with me.
coughing my ass off for the last 2 hours and haven't been drinking any water. Throat hurts.
Can't wait after the 20.
I mean, yeah, but like, I need some water, man. My throat's fucking killing me. I'll sit here and wait the extra 40 minutes.
Once the 20-minute observation was completed, I asked Jonathon to sit up and move closer to me so that he could provide the breath samples. Jonathon smiled, chuckled, and shook his head. Jonathon once again requested to speak to a lawyer. I asked Jonathon multiple times if he would provide the breath sample, and he stated he wanted to call his lawyer. Jonathon was read the implied consent and was asked again if he would provide a breath sample. Jonathon stated he would provide a breath sample if he spoke to his lawyer first. The test was marked a refusal.
Yeah, he refused to answer any questions as far as did he understand any of his rights or not. So I don't want to violate his rights. I'm not going to ask him any further questions because he didn't tell me if he understood them or not. If you want to go ahead and start shaking him, I'll just go ahead and label this video and I'll meet you outside with all the documentation.
So you're good though? You're good?
Yeah, he's good to go.
Let's go in. $5.48. I know you're claustrophobic. How's it going to be the easiest for you? Like window down, window not down, just one far away. You want the mask or no?
No, I'll freak out if I have to.
You want to just leave it how it is, or you want me to throw it away?
Can you put these in the front?
No, I can't do that.
Can't put them in the front?
Oh, no,
Scratch my face. Can I scratch my face on your mirror?
Yeah, whatever you need, man. I'm not, I'm not supposed to do that. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So you want the window down or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You want it like halfway, full way? What you tell me?
Like half.
Exercises because I thought I did good.
I can't talk to you about it.
What?
So I can't talk to you about it. I'm not going to.
Well, I don't understand why I got arrested for DUI if I didn't do bad on the exercises, the standardized field sobriety exercises that are supposed to tell if someone's impaired. I get it.
I really don't. I don't want to do this.
Yeah, no, fuck Ken. Ken's a piece of shit. Let me live with him for 4 years, then kicks me out of the house because I got a dog that he told me I could get. I know Ken told you to arrest me because literally there's no fucking, it doesn't make any sense. Like, how do you pass the SFSEs and get arrested for DUI still? That doesn't make any sense. Except I know Ken probably told you, just take him to jail anyways. So you've been through this before. What do they do now?
What do you mean?
Can you roll this window up? I can't hear you.
What do you mean? Like at the jail?
Huh?
Like at the jail?
What?
At the jail?
Yeah. Like what the fuck happens now? Do they just come there and fire me or?
Oh,
I get fired.
I don't know everything. I can't tell you anything about that end. Mask on or no?
So there you go. And there's a lot more footage. I'll upload all of the uncut, unedited raw footage that I was able to find so that you can see exactly what I cut and what I didn't. But am I right or am I wrong that this is a mountain of evidence of not only DUI, but also him refusing to have his breath tested, which, as I understand it, is itself a standalone crime in the state of Florida and qualifies him for like 18 months of his driver's license being revoked or suspended. But despite this mountain of evidence and numerous law enforcement witnesses who could testify to it, he got his way. He got completely out of it. Not only that, he got it apparently expunged or something. You can't even look up the court records. It's just listed as confidential. And even worse, it doesn't require a DUI conviction to fire somebody who doesn't live up to the standards of integrity and honesty, etc. for your police department. He didn't get fired at all, like other people have from that same department. He got to keep his job. It all just went away. How is this fair to anybody else who ever got a DUI in that county, which includes a lot of the people that I went to college with at the University of Central Florida, because everybody went there for spring break and everybody got DUIs in Key West, which is the reason I didn't bother even going there for spring break. It was all swept under the rug. The public was told nothing about it. Would you like to hear the sheriff of Monroe County, Florida, address what happened here? Would you like to hear the prosecutor's office, the state attorney's office, or whatever they call it, of Monroe County, Florida, address what happened here? How is it okay for anybody else to have a DUI in that county when this guy got special treatment despite his despicable behavior that night? All these other cops, including supervisors, witnessed that he was drunk. They smelled alcohol on him. They witnessed him refusing to have his breath tested multiple times. They witnessed him failing the field sobriety tests. Everybody knew he was drunk, but it was all swept under the rug, and he was replaced in a position of authority to endanger the public, such as the brain-damaged man and his family that we watched in the last video. And I found even more, so there's going to have to be, unfortunately, a part 3. Let me know in a comment how you feel about this, and make sure that you are subscribed for part 3. Also, like, comment, and share this footage so that everybody sees the truth. Our rights don't end where your fear begins. Freedom is scary. Deal with it.